ecoholics. Today we are going to understand a very fundamental concept of microeconomics. The concept's name is diminishing marginal utility, also known as the law of DMU. Now let's first of all set a background of what exactly is the diminishing marginal utility concept. So initially the first economist who had postulated or formulated this economic concept was Gaussen. So Gaussen was the one who had initially developed the theory of diminishing marginal utility. However, he did not name this concept as DMU. So Stanley Jevons, another economist, had named this concept as the Gaussen's first law. So also the DMU is also stated as Gaussen's first law. Okay, many of the competitive exams put this question. However, later Alfred Marshall, another of the economists, gave this theory a certain concept and also elaborated on the diminishing marginal utility concept. Now let us understand the meaning of this concept. There are two types of utilities, let's say total utility and marginal utility. Let's say if you walk in the market and you're very hungry. Now if you're really hungry and let's say you're craving for some food and you see the first vendor is of a Frankie shop. Okay, now the vendor is selling a variety of Frankies. There's paneer tikka Frankie and cheese Frankie and aloo Frankie and others, etc. Right? So now you choose a certain Frankie, but you're really hungry, so you choose 3 types of Frankies and you think that okay fine, I would have 3 Frankies. So all the utility that you're going to gain after eating those 3 Frankies is going to be your total utility. Utility is what? Satisfaction, right? Now what is marginal utility? When you talk about marginal utility in equation format, it is known as marginal utility of nth term is the total utility of nth term minus the total utility of nth term minus 1. Normally this is the equation that's also sometimes asked in the competitive examinations like UGC to select which is going to be the marginal utility equation and all that. It's also a formula, so you can also put some terms in it. Okay, now marginal utility basically is the addition which is made in the total utility or the total satisfaction that you gain from consuming certain commodities or a certain commodity, okay, or a certain units of that commodity. So it's like an addition when you will have one more unit of that particular commodity. Let me give an example. So if after eating the very first Frankie that you have just purchased, you're going to have enormous utility and satisfaction because you are really hungry, right? Now the next Frankie that you eat also is going to give you some utility, some satisfaction, because of course you were really hungry. So there's still hunger in your stomach, and that is why that second Frankie also is going to give you some utility. Now the addition which is made from the second Frankie that you ate, the addition and the utility that you gain from eating that second Frankie, which is added in the first utility, is going to be known as marginal utility. So the addition which is made in the total utility when you have an additional unit of a certain commodity, right? Now we can understand this concept from the purview of a diagram as well as a schedule. So schedule is like a table, okay, and it's like a hypothetical table. So for example, if we have 3 columns in this table, the first column is units, okay, the second column is your total utility, I'll write TU, okay, of a certain commodity X, so I'll write TUX, okay, and then the marginal utility, so MUX, right? All right, now if you have 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say you have 5 units. Starting from 0 to 5, you have 5 units of a certain commodity, consuming which you are going to gain some satisfaction. Okay, so the utility which is gained from having 0 units obviously is nothing, right? So you will write nothing, which means 0 over here. Okay, then let's say after consuming a certain commodity, let's say you have the utility which you gain is 20. 20 what? 20 utils. Okay, so Marshall has also given a certain term for these units that you gain as satisfaction, because satisfaction does not have any unit as such. It's an abstract term. So utils is something that you can state, haan, theek hai, that's what is satisfaction, right? Then total utility will be 20. Now when you have one more unit, then the utility that you're going to gain is, let's say, yeah, so it's 15. All right, then you're going to add it to the total utility, so that will be 35. Okay, then let's say you have another, you're having that Frankie. Okay, so you're having the third Frankie. Okay, now your stomach has started to get fuller, so then the utility that you gained is 10 utils. Okay, and the total will be 45. Then another Frankie you had. Okay, your friend said, just eat one more. Okay, you are really hungry, you should eat one more. You eat another. Now the satisfaction that you gained was only 5 utils, and the addition is what? 50. Now you also eat other unit of Frankie, because probably there were so many, so many Frankies which were ordered because you were initially very, very hungry, right? So now the Frankie that you ate did not give you any utility. Okay, you are quite full over here, and that's why now you're really, really full and your stomach is filled, and which is why now you get nothing as satisfaction, even if you eat any ounce of that commodity, right? So you get nothing. Okay, and the total is again 50, right? So what we did was we just added this up, right? And yes, so and which has given us this answer. Now if you look at the schedule clearly, you would see that when we are at the highest of the total utility, of course 50 over here and 50 over here, so we'll always take the total utility wherein the digit has been where the digit has we can say replicated itself, which means when you get total utility, the second one we take normally. Now, what is the reason why we take the second one, not the first one? Because now that your marginal utility or any addition that could have done in your satisfaction is now negligible. It's zero, zilch, nothing. So we take this as your final satisfaction that you might or you have received from consuming a certain commodity. Okay, normally that happens when we eat pizza. So one other pizza cutting and you're full, and then you reach there and then you can't have any other. Now what happens when you also eat another, let's say 6th unit? Now if you eat 6th unit, definitely you are going to receive something which is going to be negative marginal utility. Now the utility is going to be turned into a disutility, because now it's above far beyond your satisfaction level, something that you really do not want. Okay, now let's make a diagram out of it so as to understand why we say diminishing marginal utility. Now over here we are looking at these additions that we have started off making from 0 to 20. Yes, of course it's an increment. However, these increments show a decreasing rate of increment. The rate over here is consistently decreasing after this. So you have 20, then 15, then 10, although they are additions, but they are in decreasing order, right? So that's why that's a diminishing marginal utility. It just means that your satisfaction level starts to decrease once you have started to increase the number of units that are being consumed. Okay, so just to make a diagram out of it, we can say that, so over here, let's say you have on the x-axis we have the number of units, okay, quantity, and on the y-axis we have total utility as well as marginal utility. So both of them are showcased on the y-axis, right? Now total utility, of course, increases and then reaches a maximum point, okay? So we highlight that maximum point, okay? And we also mark a point over here. Normally what happens now, the marginal utility starts to diminish once it has started to occur, okay? So we saw that it started from 20, but then reached 15, and then 10, and then so on and so forth. And which is why we had a state where this is your total utility, and this line, this curve which shows a diminishing slope, this is your diminishing marginal utility. So this is your marginal utility diagram, where at the highest portion, which is known as maximum total utility, it is also known as the saturation point. What is it known as? Saturation point. At this point, you will observe that the marginal utility becomes 0. And if you go beyond your saturation point, what is going to happen? This curve is going to go down, and as soon as this curve, the total utility curve, goes down, decreases, you will see that this marginal utility also will start to diminish and also give a negative utility, right? So this is the simplistic way to understand the marginal utility, or the law of diminishing marginal utility. That was it for this video. We'll meet in the next video also with various other terms and all concepts. Thank you, and keep watching Ecoholics.